Sorry about that, guys. As you can see, our area of that circle is 50.24 inches squared. Now, when working backwards with area, again, I'm always going to write down the area formula first. And notice I give you what A is, so that's 153.9 is equal to 3.14 R squared. So you just divide both sides by 3.14. Might have to do a little bit of rounding here. This is not exactly 49, but we'll just call it 49. 49 is equal to R squared, and again, to undo something squared, you take the square root. So what number times itself gives you 49? Your radius in this case is equal to 7 kilometers. You can plug 7 right back into that. 7 squared times 3.14 should give you about 153.9. Right? On the back side, this is kind of working with our composite shapes like we were yesterday. Basically what you're going to want to do is find the area of the first shape, find the area of the second shape, either add them together or subtract them out based on what the question's asking, and then there's always kind of one little extra step after that. So let's take a look at this first one. It says the side of a barn needs to be painted. Whenever you're thinking paint, we should think area right away. Everything including the barn doors will be painted. How many gallons of paint are needed to complete the job if a gallon covers 250 square feet? So it's not just how many square feet do you need, but then it's like, okay, based on all those total square feet, how many gallons of paint are you going to need? So our first shape is definitely a rectangle, and our second shape is a triangle. So here's our rectangle here, right? And then our triangle kind of is up here at the top. You can see that it's got an 8-foot height if you extend that kind of all the way over, and then its base is 30 feet. So let's plug in our formula for our rectangle, base times height. So that's 30 times 20 because our base is 30, and our height of our rectangle right there is 20. And then our area formula for our triangle, 1/2 base times height. So area is equal to 1/2 our height for our triangle is 8, and our base is 30, right? If it's 30 down here, it's also 30 right up there. So the math on this gives us 600 square feet for the rectangle, and gives us half of 8 is 4. 4 times 30 is 120 square feet for the triangle. Together, that's 720 feet squared. Now, if you go back to the problem, it says a gallon covers 250 square feet. So how many gallons do we need? Well, if 1 gallon gives you 250, how many gallons give you 720? So just divide that by 250. Now remember, you cannot go to the store and say, I want a decimal amount of gallons. So when you get 2.88 after this division, you can't go to the store and say, I want 2.88 gallons of paint. No, you're going to have to say, I need 3 gallons of paint. Even if that was like 2.1 gallons, you would still need 3 gallons. The store's not going to let you off by not purchasing that extra gallon here. All right. Number 2, a bedroom, 14 by 12, and a hallway, 8 by 3, are getting new carpet. Again, carpet, you should probably think just like paint area. How many square feet of carpet will be ordered? So we can assume that the bedroom and the hallway are both rectangles because they only gave us those 2 dimensions. So we're going to go ahead and say area is equal to base height for both. And what I'd like you to do is go ahead and give me your answer for the total square footage in Edpuzzle. So our bedroom gives us 168. Our hallway gives us 124. If I add 168 and 124 together, I should get my answer of 192 feet squared. All right. Next problem. It says Mrs. Jeffrey would like to wallpaper a wall. That's basically like painting again, so we think area. In her guest room, she would like to wallpaper everything but the door. So you can think of this as almost like the shaded region. You want to find the area of that whole rectangle without the shaded region. So this is going to be a big old subtraction problem between these 2 shapes. Right? And each roll of wallpaper covers approximately 160 square feet and is $19.85 per roll. How much should she plan to spend on wallpaper? A lot going on here. Luckily, the 2 shapes we're working with are nice and easy. They're 2 rectangles. So we got this rectangle and the small little door rectangle. The big rectangle, after I understand the formula's base times height, I got my base of 18 and my height of 12. So area is equal to 18 times 12, right? If that was just a wall, we could be, all right, 18 times 12, and we're done. But it's not just the wall. We want to do the wall without the door. So it's not 216 feet. Now we have to say, okay, I've got a door here that's a rectangle, and this door is 3 by 7. So 3 times 7 is 21 square feet. So the total area that I want to wallpaper is going to be 216 minus 21, which gives you 195 square feet. So now we got to go back into the problem, because one roll is going to give me 160 square feet, and it's going to cost me $19.85. Well, if I have 195 feet, 160 is not going to be enough, but 2 should definitely be enough. So I'm going to need 2 rolls, because I can't just say I want to buy 1 roll and hey, give me 35 extra. That's not how it works. And then if 1 roll costs $19.85, find out how much 2 rolls cost. I want to do $19.85 times 2. So Mrs. Jeffries should expect to spend $39.70 on this wallpaper. All right. So surprise for the last part of this video here. I do not need you to do number 4. But I do need you to go to this quizzes code. Make sure you do it twice. And if you have questions, give me a call there. Thanks for watching both parts.